All right, everybody. Today I'm here with Attila
Attila, yes.
from Elder Brothers Distillery, and you are making a effort to move from the far north, Canada, and coming to Oklahoma. So we're going to have a little talk about that today. That's going to be an interesting move, I bet, for you.
Yes, it is interesting, and we love it. We love Oklahoma. It's beautiful, and people are friendly. We love the state.
Right. Yeah. No. That's one thing I have noticed here. Also, you know, I've been here 3 months, and the people are good people here.
Yes.
Now, so you have a distillery in Canada. You've been doing business in Canada for how long?
5-6 years now. Yeah.
Right. Tell me a little bit about your history.
Sure.
I understand you're a migrant coming to Canada.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about it.
Born and raised in Hungary. Then I became a chef there. Worked a little bit, then we got married. Then we went to Canada with a work visa.
Right.
Started working as a chef there. And then we opened up our own restaurant eventually. Unfortunately or fortunately, our neighbor committed an arson, burned down his restaurant. So we went out of business.
Now tell me about that. He burned down his restaurant or your restaurant, and they were connected?
We were neighbors, and then there's 37 apartments above it too. And yeah, he did a big fire. He didn't plan it that big, but I guess it turned into a little
Did he
bigger
do it purposely, or was it?
Yeah, it was an arson. He's in jail. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, that time, yes. But if he wouldn't done it, I wouldn't be sitting here right now with you.
No,
So-
that's probably true. You'd be cooking in the kitchen still, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's far-fetched from going from being a chef. Interestingly, my brother was a chef.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away here a few years ago.
Sorry to hear.
But he was a chef, and he ended up working with Lufthansa, and
Oh, nice.
he was their head chef actually in Hong Kong.
Wow.
Supplying all the airline first class people. and
Exciting.
and then he decided to move to Australia, and then I got married and moved to New Zealand. So
Wow.
So-
So he went around a little
but
bit too.
he'd been around, and you know, I watched him a lot because you know his passion was cooking. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he could cook.
I bet.
I got fat when I was around him.
Oh.
But it's far from, maybe not far, but from being a liquor producing company, from going from being a chef in the kitchen. How did that come about?
We took a pause there. We went to construction first, just to go further. Then we went to farming, and then we started the distillery. I was in Hungary, and then we were drinking, of course, elderflower liquor, elderflower schnapps, and all kinds of good stuff. And that's where I came up with the idea of, why don't we create a distillery in Canada, in the farm? So
Right.
So that's how it started, and we started making schnapps first. A couple different one: apple, cherry, elderflower, of course.
Right.
And the word schnapps was not appealing in Canada. Lots of people get drunk when they were young and not so good memories, so they never want to touch another schnapps again. So, so we had to kind of switch from there, and that's where I created the elderflower liqueur.
Right.
Which we sent to San Francisco to the World Spirit competition in 2022, and we got a double gold for it.
Right. That's kind of interesting. So that was your entrance into the U.S. market, really.
Yes.
Winning that prize. Tell me, is that an annual competition, or is it like
it's yearly. Yearly.
It's like the Las Vegas show where everybody comes together for the.
It's kind of like that, but you don't really come there. Your bottle goes there.
Okay.
And then there's 70 judges.
Okay.
And they making decisions.
Okay, so
they're not following it. If that's where you're going, they're not getting drunk.
Yeah, but
there's over 5,000 spirits enter that competition, so that's a lot of.
But that's a
lot
lot
of drinking.
Yeah,
so.
That's a lot of time for 70 judges to rinse their mouth too, right?
It is. I think it goes on for at least a week.
Wow.
Yes.
So they can literally taste hundreds of different things.
Yeah.
And you ended up
with a double gold.
With a double gold, and apparently that's something you don't really. There's not a whole lot of people that are getting that.
No. It's more unique than a regular gold, because the regular gold is when you get mostly gold from the judges and couple silver, couple bronze. That's a regular gold.
Right.
And a double gold means when all 70 judges give you gold.
Right. That's interesting. So, brief history on Elder Brothers Distillery in Canada. So you've been doing that for a few years in Canada, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And the winning of the double gold was really what.
That's what introduced us to Oklahoma. We got a tasting appointment, call it like that, with RNDC, who is a Republic National Distribution Company. They are the second largest in the United States.
Right.
And Oklahoma is our first state to start distributing with them.
That's pretty interesting.
It is.
So, and you, out of all places, you picked Okmulgee County or the city of Okmulgee. What?
Really, Okmulgee picked us because I've been in so many places, from Durant to McAllister to Bristow to all over the place. And then Okmulgee had basically what we were looking for. We were looking for a building where we don't have to make too much adjustment or renovation or invest too much money in it.
Right.
And Okmulgee had the perfect building, size-wise and quality-wise.
Yeah.
as well.
How big of a building is it?
7,200 square feet.
7,200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Fastenal building next to Walmart there. Used to be the Fastenal building.
The what?
Fastenal.
Fastenal building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Well, the locals probably know what that is.
Yes.
But, so that's cool. We touched on earlier in our pre-discussion, the location will solely be used for production.
Yes.
It's not like having a winery where you have people coming in for taste. You have any plans to let the locals be able to do something? Or?
Future plans, yes. We are planning to do like a lounge, maybe downtown, something like that.
All right.
But what we really do right now is do in-store tastings at the liquor stores.
Right.
And that's when anybody can try it, taste it.
All right.
Talk to me, buy it.
Right. So that's how you do your marketing here in Oklahoma.
Yes. We found that's the best marketing, liquor to lip.
Right.
And because then you have the chance to try it. You know what's in the bottle, and
right.
then if you like it, you can buy it.
Right. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about. You have 3 if we look at the if you look at the screen here, we have elderflower, apple strudel, and then obviously the authentic vodka. Vodka is pretty much vodka, but I like it
alcohol and water.
double distilled, triple distilled, whatnot.
I believe more in the water, what goes in the vodka,
Okay,
than distill it 18 times.
right.
I use spring water, which has all the nutrients and the minerals in there, and that gives a crispy, nice flavor to the vodka and makes it very nice and smooth.
Okay.
That's what I found.
Right.
But every distiller has a different idea and a different experience.
Yeah, I had
different
some,
opinion.
in my younger days. I had some Polish vodka and got a terrible headache, so I know that wasn't too good. the
It does happen.
stupid young people. What's more interesting to me, looking at it, is this I have never seen before. Either one of these.
Yes.
So
I
what's the
created
story
them.
behind elderflower?
Elderflower is, we have all the elderflower, of course, on the farm back in
Right.
Canada, and we will start one here as well in Okmulgee, outside of Okmulgee. And what I do, I soak the elderflowers in alcohol with fresh lime, lemon, orange, and some honey.
Okay.
And let it sit there for a little bit, maybe a week or so. Then I just strain it,
Right.
let it rest, mix it a couple of times, and then usually takes a month, and then it's ready to bottle.
Okay.
Apple strudel is a little more simple. It's lots of fresh apple juice, not lots of fresh. It's only fresh apple juice and
Right.
some alcohol and some cinnamon.
Right.
So
Yeah, and both those seems to me like they are kind of seasonal.
really, the elderflower is only the seasonal one because you have one harvest.
Right.
Apple, you can source it. If we can't find any local apples, then we'll source it a little further
Right.
as far as we have
But,
to
but,
go.
but when it comes to apples, I'm assuming knowing being from Sweden, we had a lot of different kind of apples. You're looking for a specific apple with specific taste, sugar levels, whatever.
I used ambrosia up in Canada because that's what I found the most apple flavor in there and the most sugar. So
Okay.
if we won't find ambrosia here, then we'll find the closest
Right.
to
Yeah.
the flavor.
Where does ambrosia mainly grow? I mean, I know apples have certain longitude, latitudes where they.
I didn't look deep enough yet around here. I'm sure there is ambrosia here, but up in Canada there was a farm country about an hour from our distillery or our farm in
Right.
another town, and that's where we sourced the apple from.
Right.
Yeah, they mostly grow cherries and apples there.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. The state of Washington has a lot of apples too.
Well, they told me in the neighborhood here in Kansas City and north of Texas,
Right.
and there's lots of apple orchard.
Right. So this be the primary. Any thoughts of maybe doing something different, or is this your main focus today?
This is main focus until we all set up and ready to go, and then I'm going to start experimenting with different fruits,
Right.
and then we are planning to do a canned one too, a ready to drink can.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
we will widen our portfolio.
Looking at the economic and the community impact, how do you feel Okmulgee will be, and what kind of involvement have you've been here for a while? So what kind of involvement have you seen from?
We try to do as much donations. We usually give some gift baskets with our liquors and maybe a baseball cap or something like that to events.
Right.
Also, we There was the Harlan toy drive at Christmas time. We donated a few toys to that, and we are trying to give back to the community as much as possible, because we just like to do that, and then we appreciate the support as well.
Right, and that's what I feel about the community here. Being here only for like 3-4 months now, there's a lot of involvement, and I think also for your business and our business and everybody in business, the mingling with everybody in the organization actually is beneficial. It's psychologically, you feel good. You're part of an entire community and a community in development. My question is, the plans to collaborate with local businesses and mainly then farms or organization for sourcing ingredients. What's going on there? Or are you planning on creating your own farm, or what?
We are planning to grow our own elderflowers, like same as up in Canada, and then whatever we can source locally, of course, we'll do that. But mainly we try to use the Okmulgee newspaper there. They do lots of copies for us and artwork and stuff.
Right.
So we try, we are trying to keep as much business in the community as possible.
Right. Yeah. The I don't remember if we touched on that, but today you're distributing in the state of Oklahoma, right? How many? You mentioned before. How many liquor stores today is carrying your product?
We are close to 200 liquor stores who carries our products. Some of them carries it all. Some of them carries either or, whatever is selling.
Whatever
makes sense.
Whatever.
To have it on the shelf.
Yeah, whatever moves off the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of natural, really. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. So you don't want dead products on.
No, it's not good for anybody if it just sits on the shelf.
Right. No, it's not even good for you. So
no.
You want it to move. And how today is the main marketing method you are using?
Like I mentioned, the tasting. That's all our marketing today, because I think that's the best.
Right.
For marketing the liquor to lips, where people can try it, they can make a decision if they like it, then they can buy it, and then they come back and buy it again.
Yeah.
If they really enjoyed it. A poster on a highway won't do much for us, I think, as of right now.
How do you see the distillery market evolving in the future? What's your
It's a tough market. Lots of new products entering every day, and then few of them is going out at the same time, because not all of us makes it.
Right.
So it's all about just keep going, get the word out there, get the flavor out there, and.
Right. What's your best competitive feature or function? Is it price? Is it taste? Is it both? Or is it?
I think you have to be in a reasonable price with a very good quality product. I think that's the key.
What sets your Elder Brothers Distillery apart from other distilleries, do you think?
I'm not sure. We are a family business. My both boys involved. My wife is involved. So
family care.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tight knit business. Any plans for future employment? What do you think?
Of course, when we are functional and operational, we will hire a few people in the distillery and have work in the production area,
Right.
and also planning to have like a delivery truck.
All right.
We're gonna need a driver for that, so he can go all over the state, pick up materials or
Yeah,
deliver.
that's your best
pallets.
billboard right there, isn't it?
That is gonna be a billboard, that's for sure.
Right.
Yes.
Driving around the
Hmm.
state delivering. That's one thing with Henryettan. We like to feature businesses, promote businesses, because I think the local importance to a thriving business community is very, very important. And that's, both me and Larry are the same when it comes to that. And we want to see Henryetta, Okmulgee, and other. Sometimes I think the economy here is like has a hard time taking off.
Well,
And
it used to be one of the number one in the 1920s.
yeah, historically, this was, and that was the coal industry. Right?
Oil. Yeah.
Oil and coal and that.
Yeah, I remember New York had a live theater, and Okmulgee had a live theater
Right.
in the whole United States.
Yeah. Oh,
In
you
the
did.
20s.
You read up on some history,
Oh
didn't
yes.
you?
Oh, yes.
Do you know how the Henryetta got the name?
No, I didn't go that far, I guess.
Well, the guy that came here and started the town, his name was Henry,
Oh.
and his wife's was Ettan.
Oh.
So Henryetta.
Wow.
That's from what I understand from the history. That's how Henryetta
interesting.
became
Yeah.
a town. So
Wow.
it's interesting. Well, it was interesting to sitting down with you today,
Pleasure.
and we
And-
hope we'll see more of you. And good luck with your endeavor. And
you.
then we go from there.
I appreciate the interview. Thank you very much. And I also would like to thank the community for all the support we're getting so far, and we really appreciate it. And we will try to give back as much as possible. Thank you.
God bless everybody.